In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Problems and troubles are there in our life. Almost each and every one of us does have certain things which they want to get rid of. There is no one else probably in the world who will be living a life without the trouble, without the problems in their life. Now, if this be the case, some of the people are enjoying their life despite all the problems, and another some of the people they are unable to live the life well, unable to enjoy. These people are not satisfied, not happy with their lives at all, and because these people are of the view that unless and until my problem does not get solved, I cannot be happy, I cannot enjoy my life, I cannot live a good life at all. While those who are happy, those who are living their life, those that they are of the view that we can live the life well, we can enjoy the life well, we can work well, despite the problems. These people are really enjoying their life. They are living well. They are developing. They are progressing. They are moving forward toward their destination. And despite all the problems, despite all the troubles, they people know how to live. They know how to enjoy their life. My dear friends and fellows, look. There are problems and troubles in my life, there are problems and troubles in your life, and there are problems and troubles in the life of each and everyone else. Everything else is not according to our own desire, not according to our own wishes at all. I think that if at all we do accept this fact, that no matter how much of the resources we do accumulate, no matter how much of the power, the influence, the fame do we attain, still there will be certain problem. If at all we do accept it, that no matter how intelligent, how educated, how genius do we become, the problem will remain there. The problem will be different in your life as well as there will be a different problem in my life, but the problems will be there. The problems of the poor are different. The problems of the rich are different. The problems of intelligent people are different. The problems are the problems of powerful, influential, and famous people might be different. The nature of the problem could be different, but the problems will be there, and the problems will remain with us as long as we are alive. This is the most important factor ever which we need to accept, and if at all we do accept it from the very depth of our heart, I believe that our life will become a good one, our life will become an enjoyable one, our life will become a livable one, and we will be a kind of example, we will be a kind of, model for the rest of the people, we will be a kind of emblem for the rest of the people. There are people in the world, there are people in the world who are of the view, that since this problem of mine is the big problem, is a bigger problem, so I must stop working upon every front in my life, and I should need to concentrate. I need to concentrate upon one problem, and as long as this problem does remain there in my life, I cannot enjoy my life at all. My life will be a spoiled one. So, for that reason, I need to concentrate, I need to focus upon this one problem. And unless and until this problem is solved, I cannot do anything else well in my life. I cannot live well, I cannot enjoy well. What these people do, that they stop working upon all the fronts in their life, and they do focus and concentrate upon one. What does happen as a result of that? It does happen that these people don't find any progress, they don't find any development in the direction they people are working. They don't find any development, and once they don't see the any development in that direction, on that side, what does happen? They feel frustrated, they feel like, they feel quite a lot of anxiety, and this anxiety and this lack of satisfaction and this troubled mind, this this anxiety leads them toward taking a kind of desperate action. As for these desperate actions are concerned, it could be like, committing a suicide, it could be like taking the drugs, it could be like taking the extreme action against the other person's life, who are in the eyes of this person is responsible for that trouble. I think that this approach does not work, does not work, does not work at all. So what approach does work? I think that we should be keep living well as far our life is concerned, not to focus, not to concentrate upon one single problem, and not to make it as a matter of life and death, and being able to understand. I don't mean that we should not be struggling, we should not be striving to get rid of the problem. I'm not saying or suggesting that thing at all. We need to keep working, but at the same time, we need to have the patience, and we need to have a lot of patience in our life. Because if at all we do become impatient, what is going to happen? Does it mean that the problem will be solved very quickly and very soon? Not at all. This thing is not going to happen at all. This thing is not going to happen at all. The problem will be solved at a particular time, because I am of the view, what I have learned, what I have learned out of my experiences, that there is a specific time, there is a specific time for the solution of each problem by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by nature. And the time, when the right time does arrive, the solution of that particular problem becomes quite easy. Rather, it does become quite automatic, with the very little effort, or maybe without any sort of considerable effort. This problem, the problem which was considered as the biggest one earlier, does get solved automatically. I think we need to become patient. I think that we need to endure. We need to wait. I think waiting for the right time and exercising the patience. Patience is one of the biggest virtues. Unless and until we don't develop, we don't cultivate the right amount of the patience in our life, in ourselves, in our attitude, I think that the life of ours is not going to improve, is not going to become better at all. So patience is the key word here. Patience is the key word here indeed. And lacking the patience will not take us toward the solution of any problem. Rather, it will enhance the intensity and the depth of the problem. It will actually increase, the troubles we are facing because of that problem. I think that instead of becoming impatient, and instead of taking the desperate measure, it is far more important that we should learn to live with the problem. We should learn to live with the problem, and we should be able to wait for the right time. And this is the only approach which can take us toward the solution of a problem. And on the one hand, there will be more problems solved. On the other hand, we will be able to learn, we will be able to live, and we will be able to live well despite the trouble, despite the problems in our life. One factor which must not be ignored at all, and that one factor is from where we began our talk. This factor is that the problem and the we are invincible, and we are, as long as we are alive, the problems will be there. Although we need to avoid the problem, we need to avoid the problems on the one hand, and then we need to solve the problem. But at the same time, it is extremely important, it is essential that we are very patient, because this lacking of the patience and becoming too desperate to solve any one problem, as soon as possible, this desperate approach, I think it spoils our life. Thank you.